What is going on, fight fans? So, do I have to do it again? Fight fans, do I have to do it again? Usyk is the GOAT. Do we have to rehash everything again? Right? We had a lot of people in the comment section that was telling me in the previous video that we did about a year ago when they fought the first time around. And I explained that Usyk is the GOAT. I don't know if I don't even think it's been a year. This is like super fast, this rematch. But when I explained that Usyk is the GOAT, I was in the event the first time around when they first fought. And I clearly stated in that moment, I exploded out of me. When they said Usyk was the winner, I said GOAT. He's the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. And when I put out the video of him being the greatest of all time, what I got was people saying, man, go look at Muhammad Ali versus Norton, and then you'll really know who the greatest of all time is. One fight and just how cool somebody looked or how technical they looked in that fight don't mean they're the greatest of all time. Can Ali be in the conversation? Of course, right? It's a subjective conversation. You could have Muhammad Ali as the greatest of all time, and that's a valid argument that you can make. But I have Usyk as the greatest fighter of all time because he's done it all. And he's done it all faster than anyone has ever done it. He's done it all faster than anyone has ever done it. The man has won. What you want? You want to look at his amateur career? Okay, he's an Olympic gold medalist. Now what? Now what? He's an Olympic gold medalist. Oh, okay. You want to look at his professional career? Okay, let's look at his professional career. He's a two-time, two-division, multi-divisional, undisputed champion. Oh, you want to look at how fast he's done? Okay, man, he became undisputed faster than Muhammad Ali even won his first world title. The dude is the greatest of all time. What other accolades you could win in professional boxing? Oh, there's the Super 6 tournament. Did he ever win that? Yes. He won that as the underdog, going to everyone else's country to fight them and won. And came out squeaky clean because you could do the Super 6 tournament. Not a lot of people know this, but you could do the Super 6 tournament and lose a few times, but still end up winning the Super 6 tournament. No, he squeaky clean made it to the end without losing, winning the Muhammad Ali trophy, cementing himself as the best cruiserweight, moved up and fought all the giants. Now Daniel Dubois looking like a monster. Usyk already cleaned that up a long time ago. When Usyk fought Daniel Dubois, nobody thought it was a big deal. Now Daniel Dubois out here knocking out AJ. Everybody's like, oh, Daniel Dubois. Usyk been cleaned that up. The only thing they had from that fight was a controversial low blow or body shot. Even if you saw it as a low blow or if you saw it as a body shot, it doesn't matter. Because it was at the discretion of the referee. If the referee would have said that's a body shot, 1, 2, 3, 4, Usyk would have had to get up. But because he said it's a low blow, Usyk took the time to recover. That don't mean he lost. If you look at the whole fight, Usyk outboxed Daniel Dubois. The whole fight. Even with the rain and slippery floor where Usyk uses a lot of quick pivoting and quick movements to angle you out, it was making him slip. He was still outboxing him because that's still not enough to take down Usyk. And Usyk beat AJ. Everybody Usyk had to beat because Usyk was never the A-side. It always had to be with stipulations that go against him. The man had to face what's this dude? AJ twice contractually. He had to face Fury twice contractually. He beat Fury, the guy who beat Vladimir Klitschko, the guy who beat Deontay Wilder. And he beat him. twice. And he's still undefeated. And the man only got 23 fights. You understand that he has done all of this stuff and he only has 23 fights. He did better in this fight than he did the last one. The only thing that he didn't do from this one and compared to the last one was that he rocked Fury. He rocked Fury in the first one. He ain't rock him in this one, but Fury never had a moment of an advantage in this entire fight. While in the first one, Fury had a good advantage and Usyk had to adjust aggressively, and he did. Because he's the GOAT. I mean, I'm not going to rehash everything. If you want to see me break down why he's the GOAT based on all of his different accolades, go watch my first video that I did after the first fight. But after this fight, the man, there's nothing else the man can do. Sure, I guess he could fight Daniel Dubois again, but he going to outbox him again. The same way he outboxed him the first time around, he going to outbox him the second time around. It ain't going to be nothing new, nothing special. His team says that they're looking to go down back to cruiserweight, which is viable. And keep in mind, guys, a lot of people in boxing cry about weight. One of the things that make Usyk the GOAT too is that he's so small, yet he has to go up against giants. The weight difference between him and Tyson Fury was like 55 pounds. It is equivalent of like getting Inoue to fight Artur Beterbiev, or getting Tank to fight Artur Beterbiev. It is the equivalent of that much distance, probably even further. I'm bugging. It's probably even further. And he does it on the regular because heavyweight, there's no weight cap. There's no weight cap. And the man is still undefeated. And he still don't let their weight do anything to him. Oh, you big? Whatever. I'ma still outbox you. What are we talking about? Again, it is a subjective argument point. It's not the be-all, end-all. I cannot control who truly is the greatest of all time or who will truly be looked at as the greatest of all time. But I guarantee you, as I said in my last video, that 10, 15, 20 years from now, when people can look back at this with nostalgia, he will be ranked amongst the greatest of all time and be put in the argument for potentially being the greatest of all time. I think his next move is going to be, if he doesn't fight Daniel Dubois, which I don't really care for that fight at all. If he moves back down to cruiserweight, he fights Jay Apataya and takes Jay Apataya's undefeated record. A lot of people will be like, oh, he's weight bullying or whatever. Honestly, the man, he kind of not too far away from his cruiserweight weight. The dude is a little guy. He's a little guy fighting giants all the time, beating giants all the time. Using boxing skills. Using boxing skills. Y'all want to point at Muhammad Ali versus Norton? I point at Usyk versus Fury too. The amount of angles and how he was making Usyk do certain things and how he was trying to get Usyk to mirror an uppercut so that how he was trying to get Fury to mirror, he was trying to get him to mirror his uppercut movement so that Fury could finally start using the uppercut because he wanted him to use the uppercut because he wanted to take advantage of it, and he took advantage of it in the 12th round. The amount of genius that's behind when he fights is incredible. But I'm not even just looking at that to make him go. I'm looking at everything. The weight discrepancy that he has to deal with. Muhammad Ali ain't have to deal with this weight discrepancy. Nobody had to deal with a 55-pound weight discrepancy. But he did. And he made it look easy. And it's not like a regular Joe Schmo who's 55 pounds heavier than him. It's Tyson Fury that not too long ago people were talking about, is he possibly the greatest heavyweight of all time? Amongst the Joe Frazier's and the George Foremans of the world and the Muhammad Ali's, they were talking about Fury being that. And the only reason that conversation doesn't exist anymore is because of a much smaller guy in Usyk. And by much, that's an understatement. He's really, really small in comparison. The gap is between like a 130 pounder fighting a 175. It is insane. It's insane. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and end it there. I had to make this follow-up video because a lot of people were like, you're going to eat your words when he loses the rematch. And I know a lot of y'all was just hoping on the politics of boxing to pull through a win as long as it's close enough. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. The judges saw it for what it was. They didn't think about, a trilogy and all this and politics, and they didn't think about none of that. They gave it to the man who actually won the fight, and that was Usyk. That's it. In my opinion, Usyk is the greatest fighter to have ever lived in the history of the sport. Stop it with your nostalgia bias. And you can't hit me with recency bias, because my favorite fighter that I used to watch while it was happening was Floyd Mayweather. And never in that entire instance, even when he beat Manny Pacquiao, did I ever say Floyd is the greatest fighter of all time. Never did I say that. But for Usyk, because of all the things he had to do it at heavyweight, which is the prestigious weight class. He has to do it as a small heavyweight amongst giants. He was an Olympic gold medalist. Not even Floyd was an Olympic gold medalist. He was an Olympic gold medalist. He won a Super 6 tournament. He was 2-time undisputed champion, and he can't go any higher in weight. Imagine with that weight discrepancy, if the dude started smaller, he would have cooked everybody coming up. The man is the greatest boxer of all time. Again, I don't have to wait for Twitter to tell me. I don't have to wait for my favorite boxing YouTuber to tell me. I don't have to wait for the websites to tell me, the news websites, for the Ring magazine to say it. I could confidently, with my own 2 eyes, see what this man has done, and without having nostalgia bias, could confidently say that Usyk is the greatest fighter of all time. If you guys could see him losing in the future in any capacity, please let me know. Because this was the saving grace for anybody that was hoping he was going to lose. So y'all could come in here and be like, look, see, he's not the greatest of all time. And I even said if he lost to Fury in the second fight, he wouldn't be the greatest of all time. I said it explicitly. But not only did he not lose, he did better. And he outsmarted him and outboxed him the whole way through, while Fury weighed way more than him in the second fight. More than he weighed in the first. This case closed, ladies and gentlemen. This case closed. All right. I just had a vent real quick. But we're going to go ahead and end that fight, this video here. Let me know down in the comment section below who you think is the greatest of all time. Again, of course, it is a subjective thought, right? It is a subjective thought, but it comes with receipts. It's not just like, ooh, my feelings. I feel like he's the greatest of all time. No, that's not what's happening. Like, I'm breaking down every single thing. He reached the pinnacle of the amateurs at the Olympics and won the gold medal. And he's reached the pinnacle in pro fighting and has tied the record. 2 undisputed titles in 2 divisions. That is the world record. And if he wanted to, he probably could go higher, but he just can't. He just can't. Unfortunately, he can't. He could become 3-time undisputed champion if he goes back down to cruiserweight and cleans up. The man is crazy. He'll do that. Just so he can have three undisputed championships. Even though it will be a secondary run in the cruise, but he's crazy. And he would win. Like, he would beat Jay Apatow. It'd be an undefeated showdown, and he would win that. Anyways, until the next one, guys. Peace out.